This morning on DC News Now, police cracking the case of the Georgetown cuddler.
Someone that was assaulting women in 2008 was still around. What more am I missing that I don't know that I should be scared of?
The arrest reigniting the topic of safety on college campuses. Warmer weather and sunshine returning to the DMV when fall weather could arrive in the region. And Senate hopefuls debating top issues. Candidates making their cases to voters across Virginia. Dock workers fighting back against automation. Out the DMV is preparing for a shock to the supply chain as strikes continue. And imagination taking center stage.
Theater is a way to teach kids in lots of different ways.
The performing arts organization helping kids discover their voice.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning, and thanks for starting your Thursday with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Good morning to you. I'm Corey James. We'll get the commute for you for Shanika. From Shanika in just a moment to get you out the door, and hopefully the roads aren't too bad. But let's get the latest on the weather from Brittany. In for Jackie.
Sound like you wanted to say Jackie.
I was about to say it. It was almost out of my tongue. How's the weather looking this morning?
You know, overall, Corey, not looking too bad across the area. We are seeing some patchy fog and light drizzle across portions of the area, but overall, we will start to dry out. Now, satellite showing you where we are seeing the fog and the low clouds. That's indicated by this yellow color. So as you head further off to the west, out towards northern Virginia, you guys are holding on to some low clouds as well as patchy fog. Further off north, out towards I-270, Frederick area, Hagerstown, you guys are also seeing some patchy fog to low-lying clouds at this hour. Now, currently here in the nation's capital, not looking too bad. We're sitting at 67 degrees right now in the nation's capital. Lower 50s, though, as you head further off to the north and west. 50 currently is the temperature there in Hagerstown, 53 as you head over there to Martinsburg, West Virginia. But overall, highs today will be on the warmer side. We're tracking 70s in that 7-day forecast. So keep it here. We'll break that down for you coming up. But Shanika, how's the roads?
All right. Hey, Brittany. Yeah, not an ideal commute out there for folks. And this is in Washington County here. Top of the 6 o'clock hour, you can see 81 heading southbound, just jam-packed, and you're not moving at all. That's because there's an overturned tractor trailer, so just past 70, right between 11 and 63. So avoid this. You're going to have to. You have no other choice. So let's look at your maps, looking at your congestion here. You're seeing a lot of red, and that's passing 70, and then over to where that overturned tractor trailer is. Again, 81 heading southbound. I keep saying this so you could just avoid it. Now the rest of 70 heading east and west, you're looking at 270 north and southbound, all clear. Here's another spot where you'll see a crash, but there's not a closure there. This is BW Parkway out of Riverdale. So past 202, right near 50, you're going to see it is jam-packed there.
Shanika, thank you. Developing now, a break in a decades-long cold case. D.C. police arresting a man accused of sexually assaulting women in Maryland and D.C.
Yeah, officers taking 54-year-old Ernesto Ramon Mercado into custody. Now, he is accused of stalking and raping college and post-grad women in off-campus housing. Forensic and DNA evidence linked him to 6 cases between 2008 and 2012. 5 of them happened in the Georgetown area. Another case in College Park near the University of Maryland. The arrest is a frightening reminder for current college students.
Someone that was assaulting women in 2008 was still around. What more am I missing that I don't know that I should be scared of? It's always in the back of my head, the fear of what could happen walking alone, especially as a woman.
Now, police believe he was involved in dozens of additional crimes, including home invasions and sexual assaults. If convicted, he faces life in prison.
In Maryland, a 17-year-old girl is dead and 2 other teens hurt after a crash in Sandy Spring. This happened yesterday morning near Norwood Road and Nesbitt Farm Lane in Montgomery County. Police say the girl was in a car with 2 other 17-year-olds when they hit a wooden pole. They tell us she died at the scene. One neighbor tells us the road where the crash happened is not safe.
Numerous accidents coming around this curve. Many children have gone into the trees over here. It breaks my heart because somebody isn't going home to their mom, and I'm a mom.
We reached out to Montgomery County Public Schools about the crash. They tell us all of the teens attend Sherwood High School. They say the cause of the crash is now under investigation, and police are also trying to figure out who was driving the car.
And students at Sherwood reacting to the news of the passing of one of their classmates. Now, one student says everyone is just in shock. Others say it's a tragedy and the community will be trying to process this for a long time.
She just seemed so pure, and like she always had like groups of people around her. She seemed just genuine and nice, and it sucks to hear about it. Another bad thing that happened, and I'm praying for the other two victims and their families and everybody.
Montgomery County Public Schools releasing a statement saying, quote, "We are saddened by the news and are providing support to students, staff, and families affected by the tragic events." In Montgomery County receiving federal funding to make roads safer for pedestrians and drivers. The county was awarded more than $500,000 through the federal Safe Streets and Roads for All program. Now, the funds will be used for the county's projects to reduce traffic deaths and unsafe driving speeds.
In Virginia, defense attorneys for a former Fairfax County police sergeant accused of killing an unarmed man last year may move for a mistrial. Prosecutors say this is because of videos shown to jurors. Wesley Shiflett is accused of involuntary manslaughter for shooting 37-year-old Timothy Johnson. Johnson was suspected of shoplifting and chased by officers before being shot. Prosecutors now saying that they admitted to major errors in the case. They say body camera footage shown in the courtroom had Shiflett making up details about what happened in the moments leading up to the shooting and after the shooting. Johnson's mom tells DC News Now she is more than willing to sit through another trial.
Want a mistrial. However, I feel like the Commonwealth's attorney only had about a week to work together as a team, and I think that if we have to go that route, it would give us a better opportunity to make sure like all the ducks are in a row and that we will have a better chance.
It is not clear if the defense will move for a mistrial or ask the judge to give the jury specific instructions on how to disregard what they heard and saw. Meantime, both sides return this morning at 9 o'clock to present arguments on how to move forward. The jury is expected to return at 11.
And DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and the fight for the U.S. Senate seat representing Virginia continued last night as incumbent Tim Kaine and challenger Hung Cao shared their views on topics impacting people who live in Virginia.
Yeah, Kaine is the longtime Democrat, and he has held the seat for more than a decade. Cao is a Navy veteran, and he is backed by former President Donald Trump. DC News Now's Jean-Marie Sase is in the studio this morning, breaking down again the debate. And Jean-Marie, what topics were discussed?
Yeah, very intense debate last night. A lot of topics were touched on during the debate, from the economy, gun control, immigration, and even their stance on what's happening in the Middle East. Now, each of them tried to convince Virginians they have what it takes to represent them in the Senate. Now, Republican challenger Cao criticized the last 4 years under Biden-Harris administration, while Senator Tim Kaine praising his record. One of the biggest concerns for Virginians and many Americans is the economy and how inflation is impacting the pockets of families. Now, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, Virginians are spending on average $1,100 more per month on gas and groceries, which is slightly higher than the national average. Now, when asked how they plan to help relieve Virginians, Cao says energy independence is the answer to bringing costs down, while Kaine says the policies he supports are already making a difference, especially after COVID.
Right now, we need to be energy independent. That is the crux of everything. If it costs more for a farmer to farm their land, it's going to cost also more for a trucker to bring it there. And what they've done is they've made us dependent on oil from countries that hate us.
Our economy has rebounded faster than virtually any, and inflation is coming down. Let's continue to invest in clean energy that's affordable. Let's continue to bring down costs on prescription drugs for seniors, and let's continue to provide American adults with relief from student loan debt.
Well, coming up later, I'll have more on what both candidates have to say about how they plan to improve the lives of Virginians and the country. Reporting in the studio, I'm Jean-Marie Sase, DC News Now.
All right, Jean-Marie, thank you. In Virginia's most competitive congressional race, Republican Derek Anderson and Eugene Vidman debated at the University of Mary Washington last night. Both are trying to win the House seat in District 7. In a fiery debate filled with jabs, Anderson said he had deep ties in the community and a credentialed career in public service. Vidman, who also served 25 years in the Army, argued that he would be a fierce defender against Republican extremism in Congress. And ballots for November's election are being mailed out in the district. The city's Board of Elections says you can expect them later this week. Officials say you can mail them back or put them in a special drop box that will open October 11th. The last day to update voter registration by mail or online is October 15th. All right, time right now, 6:10 on this Thursday morning. More help is on the way for people affected by Hurricane Helene.
Catholic Charities based in Alexandria is sending supplies to people and survivors out there. Our Liberty Simmons is live at the headquarters and spoke with staff members on the ground. Liberty, good morning.
Good morning, Janaya and Corey. Well, we spoke with the Vice President of Disaster Relief here at Catholic Charities, and she deployed from here in Alexandria to Pasco County, Florida, and says the destruction is just devastating, and they're asking for your help. Cell phone video and photos captured by Kim Burgos shows the destruction left behind by Hurricane Helene. Kim and her team are already building temporary shelters for those without a home. Catholic Charities is providing water, food, and supplies to those in need in Tennessee, North Carolina, and Florida. They have delivered truckloads of cleaning kits, diapers, children's activity kits, oral hydration products, and blankets, to even solar lights. Now, this also comes as Governor Glenn Youngkin announced President Joe Biden has granted Virginia's request for an expedited federal major disaster declaration. That declaration will provide additional support for those impacted in Virginia.
For folks trying to clean out their homes, people are in shock. Folks have not ever had this kind of thing happen to them before.
And those disaster responders say what they really need right now are financial donations so that they will be able to purchase supplies locally there on the ground. Meanwhile, they say that you can help by texting Hurricane to 20406. For now, live here in Alexandria, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
All right, thank you, Liberty. Well, crews with Virginia's Department of Transportation working to reopen roads impacted by Helene. VDOT estimates that 200 workers were able to reopen 500 roads and clear 11,000 cubic yards of debris. Officials say 75 roads still shut down in the southwestern part of the state. Downed trees and flood damage are causing those closures. All right, 6:11 now on a Thursday, a historic university reaching a huge milestone.
Yeah, how Howard University is celebrating its 100th homecoming, plus helping kids find their voice. The stage production for all ages, helping kids discover their identity.
But first, we are taking a live look outside. Brittany, what can people expect when they head out?
You know, heading out the door right now, we are seeing some low clouds as well as patchy fog across the area, but overall sunny skies will be returning as we head through your Thursday afternoon. So keep it here. We'll have a breakdown of the timing coming up.